Once upon a time, there lived a miller and his 3 sons. No matter how hard they worked, they barely had enough to eat. Their only possessions were the mill, a donkey, and a cat. So, when the miller became sick and died, it was very easy for the 3 sons to divide up their inheritance. The oldest son got the mill. The second son got the donkey to carry the flour. The only thing left for the youngest son was the cat.
Darn it! Why do I get stuck with the cat? I can't work as a miller. I can't sell the cat's skin. It's just not fair.
Don't worry, Master. Just listen to me. Meow. Meow. Just leave it to me. Give me a sack and a good pair of boots. Then you'll see that things aren't really as bad as you might think. Meow. Meow.
The boy was shocked to hear the cat talk, but he always known that it was clever. Thinking that the cat probably had a good plan, he did as he was asked. Wearing his fine new boots, the cat slung his sack over his shoulder and walked on 2 legs into the forest. There were many rabbits living in the forest.
Here's what I'll do. I'll put some carrots in my sack and hide in the bushes. I'm sure to catch a rabbit. Meow. Now, I got him. I did it! What a catch! I've never seen such a big rabbit. Meow!
Delighted by his success, the cat made his way straight to the king's castle.
Ho ho, what a very fine rabbit.
This is a gift from the Marquis of Carabas. Meow! Meow!
Who's the Marquis of Carabas? Actually, there was no such person. It was just a name that the cat gave to his master.
Ho ho, how very fine. Ha 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 ha.
The next day, the cat went to a cornfield. Opening up his sack and hiding in the corn, he caught many birds as they came down to eat. With his full sack of birds, the cat went again to the king's castle.
Ho ho, this time you brought me some nice plump birds. Thank you very much. Please give my best regards to the Marquis of Carabas.
Stroking his beard, the king thanked the cat and gave him many gold coins. One day, the king decided to take his daughter, the princess, for a ride to the river in his carriage. The cat thought of another plan.
Master, please go quickly to the river. Meow. Please hurry and take your clothes off. Just one swim in the river will bring you happiness forever. Meow.
Full of doubt, the boy waded into the river. When the king's carriage approached, the cat called out in a loud voice.
Help! Help! The Marquis of Carabas is in trouble. He was swimming in the river, and a thief stole everything. His clothes, his shoes, everything. Please help us. Meow.
What? The Marquis of Carabas? Servant! Go quickly and fetch some fine clothing fit for him.
Clothed in such finery, the boy looked noble indeed. Both the king and the princess were entranced by him.
Excellent. Everything's going according to plan. Meow.
Whispered the cat to himself. My dear Marquis of Carabas, would you care to join us in our carriage?
Meow. Things are going great. Time for my next strategy.
The cat already had a new plan. Racing ahead of the king's carriage, the cat spoke to some farmers working in a wheat field.
Listen to me, everyone. The king will soon pass by. If he asks you who owns this wheat field, tell him it belongs to the Marquis of Carabas. Do this, and I'll give you some cheese in thanks.
Okay, you want us to say the Marquis of Carabas, right?
That's right. Thank you.
Running further ahead, the cat came to a ranch.
Listen to me, everyone. The king will soon pass by. If he asks you who owns this pasture, tell him it belongs to the Marquis of Carabas. I'll give you some delicious bread and things. Meow.
Just then, the king's carriage arrived at the wheat field.
Such a broad field of wheat. Tell me, who owns it?
Your Highness, it all belongs to the Marquis of Carabas.
My, a great field indeed. Who owns this land, my good man?
Your Highness, it all belongs to the Marquis of Carabas.
My, yours again I see, and a very fine pasture it is.
Thank you, sire. It is as you say.
The king was completely taken by the Marquis of Carabas.
Meow.
The cat raced ahead yet again. This time, he went to the great castle of a man-eating ogre. The fearsome ogre had magical powers and was very wealthy. All of the fields and pastures the king had passed so far really belonged to him.
Halt! This is the Ogre King's castle. Why have you come here?
Well, I just thought I'd stop in and say hello. Meow.
What a funny little cat.
The cat used flattery to gain the ogre's favor.
Oh, mighty king. I hear you can transform yourself into any animal you wish. But surely you can't change into an elephant or a lion.
Nothing's too hard for me. Just watch.
That was wonderful. You are truly impressive. But what about a tiny mouse? Surely that would be impossible.
What? Nothing could be easier. Just watch.
Meow. Meow.
The cat jumped down from the ceiling. Meow, meow, snicker, snack. He caught the mouse and swallowed it in one gulp.
Mice sure are delicious. But there's no time to lose. The king will soon be here. Welcome, Your Highness. This castle belongs to the Marquis of Carabas. Meow, 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 meow.
Huh?
So, this castle is yours too. I've never seen such a fine one.
The king was impressed that the Marquis of Carabas showed no signs of arrogance despite his great castle. He felt great affection for the boy.
My dear Marquis, I wish to ask you a question. Would you marry my daughter?
And so, it was arranged for the youngest son to marry the princess. Of course, they lived happily ever after. And it was all thanks to our smart little friend, Puss in Boots.
See, I told you things weren't as bad as you thought. Meow.